Movie friends, welcome back to Dead Meat Reactions. Okay, we're going to be doing Friday the 13th Part 7. Now, these are the original ones. I don't know if I mentioned that in Part 6, but these are the original kill counts. These aren't the recounts. These are the original kill counts. I want to get these ones out of the way first before I even decide on going into the recounts because I'm curious to watch his original content too. I heard Friday the 13th was the franchise that really brought Dead Meat out of the woodworks and made him more popular. So I really want to check out his original content. Of course, if you like this type of content and you want to see more content like this, then please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, share the content. We really appreciate that. If you really want to see this channel continue to do what it's doing, go to Patreon for $1 a month. You get exclusive content. Just posted the almost said Dead by Dawn, Dawn of the Dead full movie revisit. So you watch the full movie of Dawn of the Dead with me, and we talk about it while we're watching it. It's pretty fun. I think you're going to enjoy it. You get a lot of exclusive content up there. There's like 400 posts, exclusive posts, so you can have fun. Go look at it and stuff. But let's go ahead and dive into this. Now, if I had to give my favorite kill of Part 7, and this is tough because Part 7 was very much censored, and the studio came in and they really just, the director even said they raped his movie, and they're exactly right. They came in and just took out all of the gore, all of the craziness, and made it a very generic, watered down horror film, which is unfortunate because it really could have been possibly one of the coolest horror films in the franchise. My favorite kill in the movie, I'm going to go with the sleeping bag death. I think the sleeping bag death really is utilized well. I think it's the first time Jason does a sleeping bag death where he picks the sleeping bag up and he just bashes the person inside of it against a tree and murders them that way. That's my favorite death of the movie. I think it's solid. I think it's good. And my least favorite death of the movie, I'm going to give to... I was going to say Jason, but I don't think I'm going to go ahead and say Jason. I was going to say Jason because the dad comes back and pulls him under the water, which makes no sense whatsoever. But I'll go with Tina's mom, probably. Her death was just so watered down. There was no craziness to it. It was just simple, quick, and done. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this video. So 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood, released in 1988 and often referred to as Jason vs. Carrie. After Part 6 introduced a few sci-fi elements into the series and turned Jason from a simple-minded would-be drowning victim into an unstoppable zombie, the producers continued down that road for Part 7. Jason now looks more beast than man.
He's so dope.
Twisted and evil, and the main chick he's up
It's
against
sick
can use her
looking. It's
mind to
awesome.
throw things around and straight up start fires. Also of note is that this is the first film featuring Kane Hodder as Jason. Kane's an amazing stuntman whose name has become synonymous with Jason Voorhees after playing the role in 4 of the films. His physicality and willingness to have the crap beaten out of him definitely adds another level to The New Blood. Other than that though, this movie's your usual Crystal Lake affair. The group of teenage victims is entirely forgettable and stereotypical, and while it has a fair amount of nudity, the MPAA toned down its gore so much that it's one of the least bloody films in the series. Plenty of people
Unfortunately.
still dying though, so let's get to the kills. First death comes after a recap narrated by Crazy Ralph and another bare-bones opening credit sequence, this time with worse music. After witnessing some boilerplate domestic abuse,
Please don't drink anymore.
Don't tell me what to do!
Tina kills her dad with her mind by collapsing the dock he's standing on, sending him to the bottom of Crystal Lake, infringing on Jason's favorite hang spot. That lake just isn't big enough for 2 rotting corpses, Tina. You should have been more considerate. 10 years later, Tina is heading back to the scene of the accident with her mother and therapist, Dr. Cruz.
Bad news, Cruz.
He's trying to help her with some mental issues she has involving telekinesis and, you know, probably because she killed her dad.
Mama, I miss him so much.
Should have thought of that before you killed him, Tina.
Yeah.
In the unreasonably close house next door, there's a group of attractive teens just ready to get nice and murdered. The main guy is Nick, a wholesome hot guy, and he's getting eyed by Melissa.
Oh, dumbass shouldn't have been a wife beater.
There's also a stoner, a sci-fi geek, representations for both sides of the Madonna horror complex, and a token black couple. They're all there to throw a surprise party for Nick's cousin Michael. Unfortunately for them, Michael's car messes up on the way to the lake, and despite being a wealth of wisdom,
Jane, woods is woods.
he's not long for this world. See, earlier Tina
Woods
got
is
all
woods.
emo and went out to the lake to cry. She tried using her ambiguous mental powers to bring her dad back to life, but
Fun
instead
fact, she
just
commented on
resurrected
one of my
Jason.
videos.
So now
Lar
Jason's
Park
out in
Lincoln.
the woods and he creeps up on Michael's Lady Jane about 20 minutes into the film. He kills her with a tent spike through the back of her head, but all we get to see is a close-up on her face looking like she's falling asleep.
Yeah, that might be
Oh,
the least
sweet Jane.
kill.
Michael returns
Favorite kill.
from peeing to find her body nailed to a tree, then runs through the woods in vain until Jason throws the same tent spike into his back like he's playing darts at the bar. Michael tries to crawl away, but Jason stalks after him to get his tent spike back. Never know how windy it'll get when you're camping in the woods. Back at the cabin, Tina learns what stereotype means when she goes next door to meet all the teens. Despite Melissa's upstanding bitchiness, Tina does an alright job fitting in, until she starts having mental images of Jason killing Michael in the kitchen. Meanwhile, Jason kills some actual people in the real world when he comes across two campers. Dan, the dude, goes to fetch some firewood and gets a fist
Oh,
in his back
yeah.
and his neck straight up snapped. I love the shot of Jason pulling his fist
That's
out of
pretty
Dan's
fucking good.
back. Even better, now Jason has a machete to play around with. Thanks, Dan. Dan's such a good guy.
Dan is a
Jason
good guy.
heads back to the tent and rips his way through to grab Dan's girlfriend, Judy. He drags her out of the tent, wrapped up snug as a bug in her sleeping bag, then kills her with one gruesome smack against a tree. This is a fan favorite kill that will get echoed
It's
in
good
both
shit.
Jason X and the 2013 remake. And Kane Hodder has also said it's his favorite, so there you go. Tina gets closer to
That's
Nick
so
and more
awesome.
angry at Dr. Cruz, and the teens continue to be teens with all the drinking and the drugs.
Columbian Express is pulling out. All aboard. Ding ding.
They stereotype it up well into the night when Russell and Sandra head out for some skinny dipping. Before anyone can tell Russell how stupid that outfit looks, Jason kills him by golf swinging an axe right into his face. It cuts away right as it happens, so we only get some gore when Sandra sees his body from the water. Bummer, that could have been a real nice death. Sandra is
Yeah,
understandably
could have been.
freaked
Could you
out
imagine
and
the
gets even
gore and
more scared
blood
when
flying
Jason
out of his face?
seemingly teleports underwater to come up behind her, grabbing her and pulling her down to his hang zone. I mean, once you invite one guy down there, might as well invite everyone, right? Especially
agree.
naked chicks. Tina's
Especially
mom finds
naked
out
chicks.
The doctor is recording and exploiting Tina and her powers while the doctor finds Michael's body. But then during their confrontation, he doesn't even bring that interesting fact up to her. Instead, he drives Tina away when she overhears him say he's gonna commit her. Tina goes for a midnight drive, but after seeing some crazy hallucinations of Jason killing her mom, drives off the road and crashes her car. Looks pretty serious, but she's not too concussed to get out and run blindly through the woods. Back at Teen City, Maddie tries to do a classic nerdy girl makeover so she can get Stoner Guy's dick instead of Robin. That whore. But then she can't see without her glasses, so she gets lost wandering out into the woods. Jason offers her directions, but she runs away from him and into a nearby barn. He stalks her down, busting through some wood to grab her from behind and swing a hook into her stomach. It's a totally off-screen murder, so there's nothing for me to show right here.
It's a bummer.
Except maybe her body that gets shown later with a totally out-of-place throat slit instead of a gut wound. Ben and Kate, the little-seen black couple, are resolving their vague relationship conflict with some makeup sex in a van, until Jason shows up and plays contraceptive by crushing Ben's head. 100% success rate, folks. I just love the way he grabs his head here. But it is another kill that would have benefited from the original
I
gory
hate that
idea
they do this.
apparently involved a fake head full of cream cheese. Kate, who definitely should have heard that
That'd
happening
been
out
fucking
there, is the next
awesome.
one dead when Jason shoves a party horn into her eye. It makes a fun noise. So that's great, but again, it cuts away immediately. Luckily, we see it again later, but it's still a shame how much the MPAA restricted this film. David, the stoner guy, gets hungry after having sex with Robin and heads to the refrigerator, but before he can make that ham sandwich, Jason stabs him in the gut with a butcher knife. Sucks he didn't get to fulfill his munchies, but at least he had high sex, right? I mean, there are worse last things to do. Eddie,
Absolutely.
the sci-fi writer dude, strikes out with Melissa
Yeah,
and covers it
this
real
whole shit.
smooth.
I got a date with the soap on a rope.
But his dingy tighty whities can't protect him when Jason sticks him in the neck with his machete. Yet another kill that cuts away instantly. This one really amuses me though, because in slow motion, it's clear the actor is raising his head to make his neck a clean target. Just trust Kane, dude. He'll put the machete where it needs to go. Robin, wondering where that ham sandwich is, puts on some clothes and wanders around upstairs before finding David's head, which I guess Jason propped up and put on display for her. Then he busts into the room and choke slams her out of the window, causing her to slow motion fall to her death. It's not quite as awesome as when he did it in the final chapter with that Doublemint twin, mostly because there's no exploding car for Robin to land on. But it gets the job done all the same.
Yeah.
Throughout all this, Tina and Nick have been on their
It's
own
such an
little
underwhelming
adventure,
kill
learning about
movie.
Jason and
You
being
go-
best
you don't go
friends,
into this
while
movie
Tina's
for the
mom and
kills.
Dr. Cruz are looking for Tina in the woods. Jason finds them because I guess he likes going back and forth a lot and chases them down. Dr. Cruz gets the first kill assist in the series when he holds Tina's mom still for Jason to stab her through the back with a spear. Real nice guy. Just the
Yeah, what a
spitting image of
dick.
chivalry. Hope you didn't get too much of that woman's blood on your face.
Why couldn't
Back at
you
the
have just
party
ran?
cabin, Nick finds
You know?
Eddie's body
Why'd you have to do
dead,
that?
and Melissa, alive, after Tina runs back into the woods and finds Dr. Cruz. Holy crap, there's a lot of running in the woods in this one. I can barely keep it straight. She leaves him to go look for her mom, and Jason hunts him down with a weed whacker, knocking him down and putting an end to Bad News Cruz once and for all. Fun fact, this is the only time in the series that Jason uses a motorized weapon. For such a big dude, he's got a real small carbon footprint. Tina finds her mom's body in the woods, and then a bunch of other bodies and more of the woods, before finally coming face to face with Jason. She uses her psychic powers to square off against him, and it finally makes the movie interesting.
Yeah, it does.
We've never really seen Jason against
I like it.
someone
It was
who's
something
truly
different.
a match for him. And
In a
she
good
really
way.
is a match for him. That's one of the best things about this installment.
Yeah.
Is just how much crap they do to Jason. You'll see what I mean in a second. Tina meets back up with Nick and Melissa, and because you just can't keep a good Voorhees down, Jason comes back and kills Melissa with an axe to the head before chucking her body across the room. He throws her like a fucking rag doll, and the stunt person for that just did amazing. The last
Fucking
10 minutes
awesome.
are mostly Tina beating the crap out of Jason with her mind, and this is what I was talking about before. Everything is on the table with Kane Hodder behind
Yeah.
us. Home Alone traps, crushing him with roofs, some pretty sick head oozing, flinging a bunch of nails into his body and face, electrocuting him, telekinetically headbutting him with David's decapitated head, even hanging him from the ceiling and dropping him into the basement. It's fun to watch, mostly because of how gross they've made him. The highlight of it all is
Fucking
when Tina lights
awesome.
Jason on fire in a 40-second stunt that set a record for longest uncontrolled burn. Kane Hodder kept working through the stunt even when something went wrong with it that resulted in burn scars on his neck and chest. That, my friends, is
It's
Kane Hodder difference.
dedication.
Then Tina's house explodes, as houses are wont to
They
do.
actually,
and
yeah.
you think it's all good until Jason shows up out of nowhere again, looking even more gnarly and just totally over with getting shot like that, Nick. Take a nap.
You're like,
in
just
that
fuck
boat.
off.
Jason turns his
Just-
attention
yeah.
back to Tina, but before he can kill her, she uses her mental powers to summon her dad from his watery grave? To grab Jason in a bear hug and pull him underwater? What? Wait, this guy who looks like a pirate movie extra? This might be the stupidest scene in Friday the 13th history. At least until these paramedics fucking carry this stretcher instead of using its wheels. With that rescue and a heartbreaking shot of Jason's mask broken in half, we are done with Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Let's do the
That
numbers.
ending was just cringe. Cringe.
16
He didn't
people
even
died
look
in The
like
New
he was
Blood.
decaying.
Tina's
And they
dad
had an
Jason's
original one where
15
he looked like he
victims.
was
The
actually
gender
decayed.
distribution was split equally with 8 guys
But
and
they
8
took it out
girls.
because
At
too
85 minutes
gross, I
long,
guess.
That comes out to a kill about every 5 minutes. I'll give the golden chainsaw to the funnest death, Kate's party horn through the eye trick. Like I said, it cut away from it pretty fast, but seeing her later for an extended close-up almost makes up for that. Lamest kill has
get
to
that.
be Maddie. At least with the other deaths, you can go frame by frame and see some sort of contact. Maddie's murder happens entirely off-screen, and that's just no fun in a cheap slasher flick. And that's it.
I get that.
Friday the
I get
13th
that
Part
too.
7, The New Blood, was released in 1988 and began the Kane Hodder era of Friday films. Next up will be one of the weirdest Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. a
Talk
film
about
that was
cringy
finally
endings.
bad enough to put the series to rest for a short period of time. Can't wait to get to it. Until then, I'm James A. Janice, and this has been The Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. I can't argue. Part 7 to me has always been one of my favorites in the franchise. I understand every bit of criticism. I understand the hatred. I understand I blame the studio for all the problems when it comes to the gore. They allowed more nudity, but not more gore. I don't understand that. You're trying to make a horror film, not a porno. Horror before horror. Like, horror before horror, you know what I mean? Horror before horror. That's gonna be a shirt. Horror before horror, man. It's just, I would prefer more blood and gore in a horror slasher film than nudity. If I wanted to watch porno, I'd go to Pornhub. I don't need more nudity in a slasher film. Back in the day when nudity was starting to come out and they could see girls' boobs on camera and all of that stuff, that's fine. But it's not required, you know? I'm just saying. Again, horror before horror. Simple. But yeah, I agree with that. That was pretty good. That was a pretty good one. It seems like he didn't attack this one as much, but yeah, that ending, dude, was just wow. Wow, you kidding me? Like, bringing him back. And they actually had an original version of that ending when the dad came up. He was like, he had pieces of skull hanging out and stuff. He had green skin. He was like decaying like Jason. And he saves his daughter, but it's like, even then it wasn't like, and that would have been better, at least. That would have been better than what they did, but even then it wasn't the right ending, I don't think, for that. I think just put Jason back in the water, do something, maybe tie him to a tree or something and drop him in the lake and he drowns that way. I don't like try like maybe bring trees down on top of him and stuff, so like there's trees on top of him while he's laying under the water, something like that. Just not bringing the dad back to do his fucking him in the back of the legs, grab him and pull him down. I just don't get it. But yeah, guys, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? What do you guys think? Do you guys care? Do you not care? Let me know. I'm curious to hear your opinions down below. And until next time, movie friends, keep it retro, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Take care.
Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a reaction. Oh, wow, I can't hear myself. Today, we're going to be doing a reaction to. Perfect. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that my mic was like not flubbing up as usual. Scoot that. I'm sorry about that. I'm terrible at this. Crap. I really haven't done this in a while. Oh my gosh, my camera's terrible. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I think we're better. Jordan's gonna like flay me for this.